Namaste and very good evening to one and all present over here, teachers, the school leaders, principals. We have got some of the head of the departments, subject matter experts, and many other people. Thank you very much joining. Thank you very much for joining on the orientation session, and we'll ensure that the timing is kept up from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We were expecting few more people to join, and that's the reason we are starting 10 minutes little late. However, keeping the agenda of the training or the agenda of the current session, it's all about the leadership program, and we would like to show you exact content and the details of what exactly will be present in the training program that is arranged for the school leaders as such. So this particular training program is going to be dedicated for all the principals out there who are already working as a principal. This program is also fine-tuned and crafted for the people who are aspiring to become principals but have a little bit of experience in some kind of a leadership role in the school. It could be managing 3 or 4 classes, where we call them as primary coordinators or senior, like secondary coordinators. It could also be for the people who have been taking reporting of few teachers as an administrator, but not as a subject matter expert. We are also considering the fact of some of these school principals being heads of some of the Sahodaya complexes or some kind of an association. It could be Army Public School of Maharashtra. There will be one person who is really responsible to conduct that set of schools over there. In case of atomic energy, it could be Tamil Nadu of Kalpakam, Kudangulam. You've got multiple atomic energy present over there, but there is a short event conducted over there. So keeping in mind all these roles and responsibilities where we have lots and lots of scope of leadership, this training is being planned. And that is one reason that the training of super school leader certification is the training name. It's going to be an year-long program. Though the duration is going to be of 30 to 35 hours, I'll be telling you the exact timing and all the details a little later. However, this is going to be a year-long program with lots and lots of hands-on activities. And when it is a year-long program, most of you would be already with an impression that we are already caught up with our existing academic activities, and this might burden us. Well, we're going to meet only once in a particular month, and that too will be on second week of that particular month. It could be second weekday, or it could be second weekend. I'll be talking about all these details also in little detail. However, all these academic activities which you might think that you're caught up with like or busy with will be undertaken, will be made easy through these training programs. We have taken nearly 4 to 5 months talking to many experts out there, people from IIT Bhubaneswar, IIMs, even government bodies like CBSE, Niti Aayog, and the latest one, the NCSL, National Center for School Leadership, or NEPA, which used to be called as the University for Leadership Programs. I'm going to show all the content as well. So considering all these things, this training program is crafted. Well, right now, before getting into the details of the program, I would also like to tell you that uh, the way school leaders were looked at, 3 or 5 years back, and the way they are looked at right now has a massive difference. One of the major change that has happened is because of technology orientation. And as a school leader, it's a general observation, not a generalization, that many principals out there are like technologically not that advanced as they are supposed to. And also the problem here is like the kind of platforms that we have out there for such kind of technological advancements are very less. For example, if at all a set of teacher and a principal has to sit together in order to plan a timetable. Now, this is one tedious task that we always do. And by the time June or July starts, the school starts, we come to know that we are in requirement of 2 more faculties. 2 more faculties have actually gone to some other school. And again, there is a revamping of timetable. So do I really have a platform online where I just have to enter the number of teachers, enter the number of subjects, enter the number of periods, and automatically timetable is drafted. And I just have to do a little bit of modification. If at all there is a person, who can tell you that, yes, there is a platform like this, which is free of cost, why don't I use it? And that person could be super teacher. I hope you're getting the point. So we are trying to make each and every training session very, very relevant to what is going to happen in the school. Apart from this, leadership itself in itself is a philosophical topic. If, for example, Priyanka ma'am or Seema ma'am would have attended a lot of training sessions out there, they would have already understood that leadership requires qualities of appreciation, team building, teamwork, time management, resource management, budget management. Now, these are more of a philosophical topic, which you are already very strong with your experience. Hence, we would be touching on all those things at a level that is required. It will not be in a detailed manner up to a certain extent. However, with respect to the support of these budget management, resource management, we will be introducing you some kind of concepts and skills related to that. And that is how the training program is divided into leadership as a concept, leadership as a skill. These are the 2 major categories, and this is directly as per the framework given by National Center for School Leadership, Government of India. Now, they very clearly say, even in the CPD, a professional, or here in this case a school leader, should attain the knowledge and skills of the role that they're performing in their day-to-day life within the school timings. Let me show you what exactly I'm talking about. And here in this case, I would like to share my screen. A quick history about what exactly happened as a school leadership. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. You should be able to see my. Great. So school leadership, continuous professional development program. This we call it Super School Leader, School Leadership SSL certification. And here we go. So a professional leader does not only need to have the knowledge of what and how of their practice, but also needs to have the knowledge of the why and when of their practice. This is taken from the framework of the leadership program as organized by CBSE or Government of India. We've also kept in mind that we are following NEP strictly and not any curriculum in specific. Like if there is a leader out there, this program is going to be applicable even if you're a leader of an IGCSE school, a Cambridge curriculum, or even if you're from a state board or a CBSE school. So we are taking the guidelines of NEP, which is directing all the principals and leaders out there towards new way of looking at education, and that's going to be competency based education. So it's not going to be oriented towards CBSE in particular as such. Documentation of each and every subject will be done for specific teacher subjects, but here leadership as a program is going to look at leaders as leaders and not as specific subject matter experts. This is something that I want to establish right in the beginning. We already know this, and we have already seen this in the Super Sunday workshop. However, for the benefit of people who are joining for the first time, 1952 to 53, for the first time, Secondary Education Commission, we had something called as in-service training program. Most of you already know about it. This is continuing even now at schools like Army Public School. We have Air Force schools, Atomic Energy Central schools, Navodaya Vidyalaya. These are government schools and these are happening. But with respect to private schools, very rare in-service trainings are happening. If at all a leader out there is exposed out to some kind of a training that's happening in a school nearby, which is a government school, the private school teachers are allowed. They are supposed to go and attend over there. They're in fact given with a separate badge ID. Now, this is called as community impact. However, many people are not aware of this because the circulars are more like circulars and not advertisement, as generally happens with private sector companies. Education Commission in the year 1964 established something called as school complexes, and later on it came to be called as Sahodaya complexes, under which multiple training programs started getting organized. And these Sahodaya complexes used to have secretaries, in fact even they have now trustees, a chairperson, and kind of an hierarchy which is maintained. And this is changing year on year. One of the schools will be the leader for the first time, and probably the next day somebody else takes care of it. And one of the schools among that particular complex could become the host school for conducting training programs. That was the idea by Government of India, and school complexes started getting established since the year 1964-66. And then came National Policy for Education to have an emphasis on primary education for the first time. And primary education had got very impacted due to the topographical advancements. I mean, topographical influences. So there is a term called a student persona, Vandana ma'am. So student persona is about the people who are present over there, their personality, what influences their thought process. A student who's there in Jammu and Kashmir, the student who's there in Tamil Nadu, they can't think alike because of the topographical influences. Hence, National Policy for Education started emphasizing on primary education. Well, they also wanted to have something called as UEE, universalization of education, elementary education. But with this particular universalization, it was actually not successful in the later part of the time. And that's how state boards started emerging much faster. Then came DPEP in 90s, and then we have Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, then Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and all these things, SSA, RMSA, there are a few other things also, came under Samagra Shiksha. Samagra Shiksha became very famous in the year 2018-19, and it is actually called as holistic approach. Holistic approach is more about looking at the student in a complete form. If I look at Sahil sir's way of talking or way of presentation at that moment is not supposed to be considered. It is supposed to be considered with his background. Sahil sir's education qualification, Sahil sir's attitude when he's with a group of teachers, and so it's like look at him completely and then formulate an education system. Samagra Shiksha, when it came, it also allowed people to learn things by themselves without depending on others, and that's how there came a portal called as Nishtha, and then came Diksha. Now, Nishtha and Diksha both have this called as cafeteria approach, where people can choose what they want to learn. We all know about it. But what's really fascinating over here is, with respect to Diksha and Nishtha, we are also coming up with, the government is also coming up with something very interesting called as NDA platform. NDA platform is a platform, N for Natarajan or Nagaland, and DEAR is a platform which is more like a learning management system, and all the schools in the country can register in that. There can be a very good collaboration that can happen from one school to another through this platform. It is still under the development stage. It's not complete yet, but the point is, eventually the once the uniformity is established, that will happen through a digital platform. If you look into this continuous hierarchy of or chronological timelines, you'll be one thing that's really creating a great impact is technology. National Curriculum Framework in the year 2005 became very famous because of EduSat. There was a separate educational satellite given, and one person could speak to multiple people. And Samagra Shiksha became very famous, Diksha became very famous, Nishtha became very famous because we have a Zoom platform right now, or a platform where internet is quite free of cost. So keeping all these things in mind, technology plays a key role in becoming the platform or the bus to travel from one destination to another destination. One destination is the policy maker, another destination is implementation. The bus which you're going to travel, it's going to be two things. One is called language, English or Hindi or the mother tongue, and the second one is called as the technology. And both of these are going to be given maximum importance as per the NEP 2020, and the policies are getting developed. There are some details to it. Finally, 50 hours of CPD for teachers and head teachers is something that as a rule has come into picture, and here we are. In order to complete, I'm not getting into the drawbacks of, in order to complete this training program, CBSE has already developed a very good training model. In fact, I would like to be very open and transparent over here. If at all there is any a principal out there, teacher out there, who says that I am here to complete my 50 hours mandatory CPD, nothing else, then in that case, you could do that with your existing training program, which is already present on the website. You don't really need to participate in any trainings by paying a certain amount. It's actually not required, to be very frank and honest. However, having said that, if at all there is anybody out there who's looking forward to become a leader, you are already a leader by role, but by a leader by heart is something that I am looking forward to with the people who are participating in the training program or going to participate. I'll show you what exactly creates that difference. So with respect to NEP, foundational, secondary, preparatory, middle stage, there is a separate leadership focus over here. Of course, this is common for head teachers, teacher educators. Having said that, there is going to be a separate training program for a leader who is under foundational stage. Like they're going to talk about FLN, foundational literacy and numeracy for teachers, and how to implement FLN by school leaders, for school leaders. Second one, early childhood care and education for teachers as a document. How to implement early childhood care and education by setting up the infrastructure, and those details is going to be for foundational preparatory stage for the school leaders. So in that way, these trainings are very nicely categorized. I'm going to show you where exactly these are present. And in our training program also, it is properly inscribed. Middle stage and secondary stage is all about competency based education and implementation of technology, assessment, curriculum and pedagogy. Four areas: technology, assessment, curriculum and pedagogy. These are the four areas under which the training is properly developed over there. One for the teachers, what exactly they're supposed to do with respect to learning objectives. One for the school leaders with respect to learning outcomes. School leaders are not worried if your learning objective is met or not. You complete a particular chapter in 5 periods or 6 periods, I don't care, but my child should have achieved the learning outcome of that particular chapter by that particular time. That's the target of a school leader. How to get that happen is all about this training program. Let me go further and show you what exactly I'm talking about. So here in this case, this is again by the CPD document, which states about career management progression and national professional standards for teachers. Now, NPST is also applicable for school leaders. Once you do your CPD, with a certain checkpoints, like you could be awarded for very good scoring of the CPD classes, you could be awarded for 100% attendance of the CPD classes. I will also, once you join the training program, I need to submit a report to CBSE through UDICE portal. There are various portals where submissions are happening. And based on that, your career management progression can happen governed by the respective state diets or SCRTs or the CBSE. They have not clearly mentioned who is going to do that as such, but that's going to be a government body. So irrespective of you being a private school or a government school, the submission of the work of CPD is going to happen on one common platform. It is going to be UDICE portal is what they say. However, the login credentials for teachers are still not created, but for the principals it's already there. Many principals are already uploading the details. They are already doing this in their respective schools. But this is something that I wanted to mention, that you are going to update these details. If you join my training program, I am going to help you in updating all these details with my certificate and the government certificate. So what am I talking about government certificate? I'll show you. National professional standards are actually for teachers. For school leaders also, it is categorized under NPST only. I'm not really sure if they are going to come up with national professional standards for school leaders. As of now, nothing is decided. I'm not seeing any document as such. Let me go further. This particular training program is directly by NCSL. I would like to open the links one by one. And this is targeted under 7 areas. And the 8th area is called as the capstone project. I'll repeat it, 7 areas of development. Perspective on school leadership. Now, this is more about a school leader understanding the context of leadership. Now, this is very much applicable for the people who have just become the leaders. Very much applicable for the people who just got promoted to become another leader. That's it. If at all you have an experience of 15 to 20 years, this particular program will be more like revision of what you have learned with your experience. I'm being very honest with you. Next is developing self. It is more like common for almost everyone, but what really matters is this developing self document is taken from very well-renowned books across the country, across the globe. In fact, the 7 habits of highly effective people, how to manage time and delegate tasks. There are like Dale Carnegie, multiple very big personalities, well-known, renowned books, and they've given very good topics out there. Transforming teaching learning process. It's all about how to have an inclusive classroom experience, how to have immersive classroom experience. What do you mean by flipped classroom, and how is it going to benefit in the current scenario? It's all about pedagogy over here. However, this particular chapter or the course is more relevant to a school teacher rather than a school principal. This is my opinion, personal opinion of super teacher over here. But a principal, if you're definitely a teacher, then this is going to benefit a lot. Building and leading teams is all about team management and time management. Leading innovations, this is about multiple case studies of schools across India. Now, here, all the examples that are taken are by government schools and tribal schools. Yeah, basically government schools and government aided schools. But these are quite inspiring, I should say, a very motivational chapter. Leading partnerships is about taking responsibilities of multiple schools around and having a partnership with non-governmental organizations like foundations and private organizations, along with corporates. Like you have got something called as corporate social responsibility and things like that. Leading school administration is all about managing a school based on hiring, based on budget, based on resource planning, infrastructure, whatnot. This is a very small chapter, might not be very applicable for everyone, but a good one. Finally, you are supposed to devise a plan for your school development for the next academic year, which I find it very relevant for a government school if they are backwards with respect to some kind of infrastructure. However, for army public school or atomic energy, this is like way, you have already done everything that's present out there. And for private schools, I can be very confident with the minimum experience that I have. Key consolidation and drawing school development plan, you don't really require a template out there, but this particular chapter is giving the template as well. So let me quickly open this. I click on this, and this is how the chapters are present. Now, once we complete once we complete, I'm sorry for that. Once we complete the chapters that are listed out over here, you will have to log in for that. So let me, so the foundation course is already ready. Come on. Huh. So this is how it is. So you can see that it is for every course is of a certain duration, and we have got the trainers present out there. Now these are the trainers who have written this particular document. Not all the courses, which is a total of 30 hours, I'll repeat it, which is a total of 30 hours, are audio video. These are documents, and we need to go through the documents and answer the questions at the last. When you join the SSL certification training program, every month we'll be addressing one or two topics of these things, with which you don't really have to go through the document and directly attempt the assessment that they are asking us to do. Now, once you complete that assessment, you will be able to receive a certificate that you have completed so and so course. By the month of February, you would have completed the complete set of course, and you would have received the certificate by NCSL or NIPA, NIEPA. Now, once you have done that, it's like up to your wish to continue with the intermediate level and the advanced level. But as of now, if you go to the courses program for school leadership management, intermediate is still not updated. So you can see that unknown category, it is still not done. Intermediate and advanced is still not done. So this is something that's done by Government of India. And this is what you can do. So you can click on the certificate once you complete your complete course, and you can get yourself certified. This particular certification, which is there by Government of India, if you can do it by yourself, it's great. The only catch over here is, without going through the complete document, you cannot attempt the assessment. That is a software working over there. And the name of the software over here is, I think some of the principals might know about it. It's called as Moodle, Moodle, Moodle. And once you complete the document, only then. So during the training program, we will be doing along with you, and it will be completed. So it's my responsibility, or it's our responsibility, the trainer's responsibility, who are going to be part of the session during the complete year, to make sure that we all complete it. And that's why 1 month, only once we are meeting. Actually twice, 2 days, 2 hours. I'll be talking about the implementation plan as well. So this is with respect to Government of India, NIPA, which is the Program for School Leadership and Management, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, Government of India. Now comes, okay, what are you doing separately? So what we are doing separately is this. So here in this case, you will be able to see that we are conducting the whole training program, the 30 hours program, which is going to happen monthly, 2 hours, 10 months, 20 hours, and 10 national holidays, 1 hour each day. So total 10 hours over there. So 30 hours. So in this 30 hours, we will be completing the complete course content of whatever is prescribed by NCSL. And apart from that, what we really feel is, when as a leader you go to the school, it is not about how to be a good leader. You already know about it somewhere. It's more about what exactly am I supposed to do in this academic year. For example, this particular academic year, these are the things that we have devised. Leadership as a concept which you should know. For example, the first one, NEP 2020 and my aim for academic year 2023-24. I have written 3 hours, which is more like a tentative schedule. To be very honest with you, it can go a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Introduction to NEP 2020 and its implication for school leadership. Discussion and analysis of, now discussion and analysis is an activity by the set of principals and leaders who are going to participate in the training program. This is going to be a regular work of hands-on activity. It's not going to be a complete trainer-led session. Competency-based education and my plan of implementation. Leadership as a concept. This is the second topic, understanding the concept of CBE and its relevance to NEP 2020. It's very much important. Why we are talking about relevances? Competency-based education is different than the competency-based education as prescribed by NEP 2020. NEP is prescribing CBE according to PISA competencies, which is by OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and not by countries like United States, because United States also has got a very good curriculum on competency-based education as prescribed by MIT. However, this is going to be as per NEP. Methods for implementing CBE schools as per NEP 2020. My understanding of teaching learnings transactions. Now, this is going to be something related to pedagogy. What kind of teaching can be incorporated in the school? What are the technological platforms that can be run during the session? The flipped classroom model, the blended learning. How can a principal inscribe this within the teachers? You are going to conduct training programs for your teachers as an assignment which is compulsory during this particular training program. And the submission is going to be a principal submitting a short video of the training program, or the feedback forms that are submitted to the teachers and they give it back. So this particular training program will allow the principals to interact with the teachers at regular intervals, either for the training or some kind of a task delegation, which comes down. Scope of unlearn and relearn. It's very important for a school leader to take the responsibility of the regular updates of the CBSE circular and conduct regular training programs. It could be conduction of the program, or else providing the scope or an opportunity for the teachers to undergo the webinars that are launched by CBSE whenever it happens. So actually CBSE used to do a webinar every week, but now the frequency has got reduced. However, there are going to be webinars conducted by various other partnership also, like the organization called as HP is doing it, organization called as Learning Links Foundation is doing it. Many other organizations are doing it, which are very relevant right now. We will be providing you those links. We will be showing you all these are going to be free of cost. New assessment and my plan for successful implementation. A major change is going to be this one, and we are spending a lot of time on this. A new assessment scheme has also been launched by CBSE. Well, I should also be very careful in telling everyone over here is this particular scheme of assessment, though they have released right now, right, like it's April, and this is about 23-24 board pattern next year, which is going to get. So there are chances of a lot of changes in the pattern. However, they're very clearly emphasized 60% of the question is going to be on multiple choice questions, and only 40% is going to be dedicated to short and long answer question. I think you know about it, right? And similarly for higher classes, it's going to be 70%. I think 60% was for the higher classes and 70% for the lower classes. I need to go through the circular once more, but however, this is going to be the case with respect to new exam pattern. Are we really ready with for the teachers to create questions based on the new exam pattern? We don't have to be worried about it. CBSE is launching multiple sample papers. There are lots of errors in that, though they prescribe something on the circular, but something else comes up in the actual program or the actual sample paper, which I found a lot of disparity about. How about upskilling ourselves, to create a pattern as per the circular itself? If you're there, then we don't have to be dependent on sample papers at all, right? Are there any tools out there with which I can automate the question paper? So these are going to be some of the topics. Then finally, we have a suggested pedagogical implementation with respect to art-based learning, project-based learning, initiatives as per National Curriculum Framework. And this is also going to have a lot of debates and discussion. And we will be conducting some project, we will be assigning assignments on projects for the school leaders to do it. So this is my detailed content. And finally, leadership as a skill. You already have a lot of potential on this particular area, but however, it's my duty to make sure it's properly packaged for the training program, like introduction to school leadership, what exactly it means, building effective teams, instructional leadership, school culture and climate. And this is going to discuss just not about your school. It is also going to discuss about schools that work in northeastern countries, northeastern state. In fact, I came up with a case study. Some students are actually traveling to schools in a rope to travel from one hill to another hill. And such kind of stories are amazing. I'll also tell you the kind of dedication that we are showing. We are literally taking trainers to those locations. We are having a case study. We are interviewing the principals. The video is recorded, and those will be shown during the training programs. Just not northeastern, it's going to be at multiple other locations also. But yeah, that is the level of detail that the content will have. We'll have communication and collaboration, which is quite simple, but basic etiquettes like how to correct a teacher without making her or him or her feel offended about it and things like that. Leading change is something that happens with experience, but is there really some kind of a mechanism to check if I have actually changed or not? Yes, we do have with data. Then budgeting and financial management, legal and ethical consideration. Now this is going to be a very subjective topic depending on the school that you're there. In case of Army Public School, you don't have to be worried about it, your management is taking care of it. But in a private school, this can be a good topic. Data analysis and assessment, leading professional development, time management and productivity, technology integration, innovation, instructional coaching and mentoring. This particular document will be sent to everyone. Don't worry about it. Leading parent and community engagement, conflict resolution, and problem solving. So these are the topics that will be covered during the complete training program. I hope I was able to convey the complete message of what exactly it is. I'll be sending the link of the complete recording, whatever we have done. The whole training program is going to be categorized into two areas of concept and skill, which is nothing but knowledge and skill. Of course, the attitude is all about knowledge, skill, and attitude is all about the way we interact with you, with the eminent personalities who are going to come. And the third component to the whole training program is going to be the content as prescribed by NEPA, or National Council for Center for School Leadership. So you will be getting two certificates, one by NCSL, which I'll help you enable you to complete that, which you can do it by yourself also. I'm being very open over here. And secondly, with respect to the super teacher training program, the whole training program is going to happen monthly once, but total for 30 hours. This particular document will be shared with everyone. Alka ma'am, you're right. And this 30 hours is categorized in like 2 days. Every second Thursday and Friday will be your training program, 1 hour, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. There are only two batches that I'm planning, and this two batches will be, one batch will be a weekday batch, the second batch will be weekend batch. In order to give a lot of emphasis to focused group, the training program is going to happen with a batch size of only 25 members. We have a consideration of 80 to 90 members for a teacher training program. I think some of the principals out there might already know about it. But rather than making this as a business model, we want to show the impact by giving you a very good impact study done for the school dedicatedly. So this particular batch will have 25 plus 25 leaders, one during the weekday, one batch for the weekday, one batch for the weekend. Weekend is going to be Saturday, Sunday, every second Saturday and every second Sunday. 1 hour, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, and February. 10 months. February, you will get the certification of both Government of India and Super School Leadership certification. This is going to be approved by multiple organizations. I don't want to name some of them because I'm still under discussion, to be very honest with you. However, Bhubaneswar IIT is already with us. This is something that I can confidently tell you. This certificate will be very premium in nature, both for your career and also for your school and the people who are going to follow you. It's going to be, that impactful. Now comes the last and the most important part, which is going to be the costing. I would like to request my team members to please put the details of the course. It's all there on the website as well. And the costing for this particular training program is going to be 25,000 rupees. The total program, 25,000 rupees for one principal. We have considered a lot of training programs, and this was the most effective that we were able to come across. We saw training program of 1.5 lakhs. We saw training program of 7 to 8 lakhs by IIMs. And we also saw training programs of 3 to 5 lakhs by various different colleges out there. When we found the content of Super Teacher and the Government of India to be already rich enough with practical hands-on experience during the school implementation, we found, okay, let us try to be very effective, at the same time deliver the best out there, and the pricing is decided to be on 25,000. If at all there is any principal out there who would like to talk to us with respect to joining the training program, please let us know. It's going to be 1 year program, so 25,000 might not be a big amount. It's approximately 500 rupees per class. This is something that I wanted to break up and actually let you know. So that's it from my side. I hope everybody got the clarity. Super Teacher team members, are you there out? Swati, Sushmita, please launch the inquiry form and the link of registration for everybody to look into the details of the curriculum. So this is something that I wanted to tell everyone. All the participants, there are 213 people right now. I would like to contact you in case anybody has a doubt to be spoken about. I'm giving my number on the chat, so you can please contact me. My name is Vasudevan. I run this company called the Super Teacher Edu Reforms, and I'm in charge of teacher training program along with the leadership training program development, which is happening. So I would like to share the PDF of whatever is designed very soon with all of you. And if at all anybody is out there with some kind of a query, you can please contact us. I'm sharing the inquiry form on the chat in a second. It looks something like this. Yeah, the inquiry form is there on the chat. I tried to stick to the point as much as possible. If at all I missed out on any point, And if you would like to join the training program, please contact us. I would like to repeat, we would like to have only two. Dr. Parul ma'am, yes, we can definitely think about it. We can definitely think about it. That's the reason I told you that you can, talk to me, and sure, we will look into it. 50 seats, weekday batch and weekend batch only for the school leaders. Second Thursday, second Friday, second Saturday, and second Sunday. Weekday and weekend batch will be there. So if there is any query, please put it on the chat. Otherwise, we have almost completed the orientation program of what exactly would happen during the training program. The presentation of the PDF document that we have created will be shared with everyone. And if you want to look at the summary of the whole thing, I'm sharing the screen once more so that you can take a screenshot of it. It's starting from May onwards. 11th is the first day. So April, and we have May. So Thursday and Friday, so 11th of May, 12th of May, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 13th of May and 14th of May, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. weekend batch. 11th and 12th will be Thursday, Friday, weekday batch. Saturday, Sunday, weekend batch, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 25 principles for both the batches. We would like to keep it very targeted. I'm sharing my screen. This is going to be the topic of addressal, the headings, and this is going to be the implementation model. So I'll be swapping these two slides multiple times. You can take a screenshot of this. The detailed understanding of these two slides is present in that PDF document, which I'll be sharing with everyone who participated in this particular training program. Sure, teachers, inquiry forms are coming up. Please click on the inquiry form. And these 25 principles is completely based on the first come first serve basis. I'm not able to find out a mechanism to select the principal as such. Please don't mistake me on that. So the payment link is there on the website itself. Let me quickly share the screen and show you the website over here. Super Teacher website, and under teachers column, you'll be able to see Super School Leader Certification Program. And this is how it looks like. Let me share the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you're not able to see the screen. Here we go. So this is how it looks like. You need to come to the website, go to the programs onto the top. And once you go to the program, click on teachers. And once you click on teachers, come to the bottom. These are the teacher training programs that we keep conducting. And this also involves a CPD program. Once you come to the last, you'll be able to see this particular logo, SSL Leadership, Super School Leadership Certification Program. And here in this case, you have a brief explanation over here. It's a 30 hours program, 25,000. Though I call it 30 hours, effectively, you are going to complete 50 hours because you have got 30 hours of NCSL program also. So if you're doing this training program, you don't have to participate anywhere else. This is only from completion of CPD point of view, nothing else. I click on no more. The moment I click on no more, we'll be able to see the complete details. I've also given the link of these programs in the NCSL website. You just need to click on the link. It will take you to that particular website, which is a government website. And you need to register yourself with your school UDICE number along with your employee ID, and you can log in to look at the content. So the content is also already available, which I'm mentioning before itself. And below that implementation plan, we have got the complete details present over here. So batch 1 starts on May 11th and batch 2 starts on May 13th. So batch 1 is the weekday batch, batch 2 is the the weekend batch. I click on enroll, and then you have got the registration form. I would like to request you to click on submit. Ignore the date over here. There is an error right now, which is I'm able to see right now. But let me go with say, for example, Hira Prasad ma'am, and school is Birla High School, Mukundapur. I'm just taking ma'am's example over here. City is Kolkata. Enter your mail, Hira at birla.com. Phone number, I'm just entering my number for the convenience as of now. Super School Leader Certification, click on submit. That's it. The moment you do that, there's going to be a payment gateway getting opened, and you should be able to make the payment. Let me show that as well. This is how it's taking a little bit of time. So you've got the registration number and you've got 25,000. Click on pay now. That's it. So the moment you click on pay now, you'll be able to get transferred to the place where you've got payment options. and we could do this. If at all anybody would like to talk on this, I would request you to please contact me personally, or else you can also contact Miss Swati or Miss Sushmita. Their numbers are present on the website itself. Anyone out there? And this is the slide presentation with the details. If anybody would like to take a screenshot of the same with what is the areas of addressal, uh, and what is the implementation plan, you should be able to. So one thing that's why should I join Super Teacher? One of the most important aspects with Super Teacher training program is there'll be lots of content covered for the time and money spent. That's something that I would like to promise. You will be receiving unlimited supply of support from our team members. I would also be there with all of you. I'm talking all from emotional point of view. So not trying to, be like a more like a marketing guy, but all the principals out there who have been there with me, with us for various training programs, you would already know about it. So think about it. And the third one is with respect to the content transparency. Whatever I'm going to talk about over here is going to be directly as per some kind of a standard, which is going to be mentioned. And eminent leaders out there from various organizations will be addressing you. That's a commitment. So maybe I spend more amount or much more finances than what I'm incurring through this from a business point of view. That's the secondary thing, but the impact has to be created. In order to show some kind of a credibility from my side to all of you, as a matter of fact, we have been conducting Super Sunday workshop sincerely, regularly, every Sunday 10 to 11 on various topics, just to provide some kind of an awareness to all the teachers and education fraternity out there. Of course, I do talk about some of our training programs, and some of the teachers have even participated that, but I need to do those things in order to run the company and the people who are part of this family. However, the complete intention of Super Sunday workshop and my physical sessions in Bangalore, for every week I go and conduct at free of cost, of course, for that, to develop the school computer teachers on coding and artificial intelligence and topics like that. So the point over here is, from a super teacher perspective of delivery of the content, you can completely be satisfied. If at all there is anyone in the month of February who says that I'm really unhappy with the program, I am going to write it in the agreement and share with you that the complete money will be refunded. I promise on that, and this will be part of a written commitment during the signing of our training programs. So that's it from my side, teachers and principals out there. If at all there is any questions, please put it on the inquiry form. Inquiry form is coming on the chat. Yes, you can choose the batch. The batch can be chosen either it's Thursday, Friday, or it's going to be Saturday, Sunday. There could be some people who wants to choose Thursday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday. Are you understanding? So you could do that as well. But I want to keep sure the batch is 25 in number, not more than that. This is something that I would like to, emphasize multiple times. Any questions, you can put it on the inquiry form or even on the chat. I can answer you. I have got another 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, I am completed with the training program. I'm completed with the orientation program. Looking forward to meet 25 of you or 50 of you through the weekday and weekend batch. Thank you so much, teachers, for joining on a Saturday evening. It really means a lot. I hope I delivered whatever was supposed to be intended. If there is a question, please contact me on my number. My number is there on the chat. Swati and Sushmita, you can keep putting my numbers out there. And that's it from my side. If there is a question, you can be here. Otherwise, we can conclude the day. Thank you so much. Any questions, please put it on the chat. Anuradha ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Nirja ma'am, Babita ma'am, Avinash sir, Sulagna ma'am, thank you so much. No, there is no certificate for this, Janardhan sir. It's just an orientation session. So there's no attendance link as such. Priyanka ma'am, I'm sharing my number once more. Suman Kumar, Dhanya ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, Isha ma'am, thank you so much. Shilpi ma'am, thank you so much, means a lot. Anjali ma'am, Mrs. Kiran, thank you so much. Manoj, sir, Dr. Shiny Paul, thank you so much. Shweta ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Kiran Bharti. I hope this session was also beneficial. Thank you so much. Sheila ma'am, Kiran Sharma, thank you so much. Priya Chaudhary ma'am, thank you so much. Sangeeta ma'am, thank you so much. Your teachers are very good set of teachers. Thank you so much. Liba ma'am, thank you. Rama, thank you so much. Nishu, thank you so much. Please contact me in case if you have any queries related to the school leadership program. Sarabjit ma'am, I'll see you at 6:15. Thank you so much. Hemlata ma'am, thank you. Shravanti ma'am, thank you. Vivek sir, thank you so much. Put the inquiry form along with the phone number. Super teacher team members, thank you so much. Ramon sir, thank you so much. Samriti ma'am, thank you so much. Rakhi, thank you so much. Rakhi ma'am, Ananya ma'am, Priyanka Kumar, thank you so much. Deepanvita, thank you so much. Navneet Singh, Neeru ma'am, thank you so much. Rakhi ma'am, means a lot. Sundaresan sir, thank you so much. I regularly see you. Feels very happy when I look at your name. Thank you so much. Purnima ma'am, thank you. Thank you. Mrs. Kiran, yeah, that is the case right now. But if you have any discrepancy, if you want to know about some kind of an installment or if there is any feature available, please let me know, ma'am. I can definitely work it out. Yeah, it's not about payment at all. It's about learning. So whatever kind of customization provided, like you're really sincere enough to complete the complete course, you will be. Please let me know. I can do any sort of customization as expected. Yeah. Thank you very much to everyone. Yes, Sundaresan sir. So right now, that's a good point that you have brought out. Again, if you look into principle for a degree college, to be honest with you, whatever topics were relevant to college levels, we have actually kind of skipped it. We wanted to keep it completely towards school. Some of the skipped topics are like being responsible for, responsible citizen. So it is said that one of the examples stated was by one of the IIM programs that for the students to behave like a proper citizen, they need to understand what citizenship means, like participating in the election, keeping the surroundings clean, following all the policies of government of India. So what are you as a principal supposed to do in a college or in your degree college in order to implement the actual policies of government of India rather than actual policies of education, Ministry of Education? So that was one of the topic which I actually skipped, because government policies like digital India or sustainable development goals as such can be completely implemented in a degree college but not completely in school. So we have skipped those topic as such. So if you're really looking out for some kind of for a degree college as such, I would be taking some time and sharing a separate document with you. You can actually message me on my number, and I can definitely share some information on that. I'm launching my phone number and the inquiry form. Yeah. Thank you, Beulah, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, I think it's time, if there is no question and if the inquiry forms are done. So I would like to conclude the session and close the session for the day. I'll meet you again tomorrow on a Super Sunday workshop, which is going to be on competency-based education, the emergence. How did it actually come and what do you mean by it? It's going to be an interesting story about the history of, India, something like that, education system. Fun. Should a principal be strict with degree class students or to be Okay, so that's quite a subjective thing, Sundareshan sir. It's most of the leadership program does not really, touch base upon should you be strict or should you be empathetic and polite in nature. It is completely up to the style of a particular leader. Leadership style of a particular person should never be changed. The style can remain the same, but the knowledge and skill of a leader should be imbibed. It is just like, for an example, Sundareshan sir, if you're going for some kind of a wedding or a function, you actually wear the best suit, you wear the best coat, the best shoes and the belt and all these things. But whatever you're wearing is all the extra accessories. But the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you approach a person is your character. So the character need not be changed for anyone, even if it's a strict character or a polite character. That need not be changed. But the coats or the belt, those things can be actually changed. So here in this case, the training program is going to be more about the coat, the belt, the shoes, which can be changed. But the inner quality of a person as a leadership need not be changed. If you think that you would like to be a strict person, and if you are able to get the work done with a proper transaction between you and your team member, it can still be continued. That's my outlook through a book, How to Be a Leader by Dale Carnegie. So I'm not really sure if I'm answering your question, but this is just an experience that I gained with one of the books that I've read. That's it. Yeah, Sundareshan sir, we'll speak more. Connect with me, we'll definitely talk. We'll talk over a phone, sir. Definitely, it completely depends upon the way you carry yourself. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm concluding the session, teachers. It was great interacting with everyone. I'm addressing all the leaders as teachers. We've all been teachers. We will be teachers at complete our life. Like, it's lifelong learning. Maybe we'll be students rather than teachers. Thank you so much, students. It was great interacting with one and all. I'll see you during the training program. 50 of you. Yeah. Nidhi ma'am, you will be getting the recording. Yes, the complete recording. Thank you very much. Namaste to one and all.
Nidhi ma'am, what's your doubt? Okay, recording. We will share with you, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much, school leaders and teachers. And I'm closing the session right now. Thank you. Have a good day.